Hello everyone, this is Shraddha Mane and my topic of seminar is acid rain, which is the most dangerous environmental issue on our planet Earth. The very first question arises that what is an acid rain? In simple words, acid rain or acid deposition is a broad term that includes any form of precipitation with acidic components such as sulfuric or nitric acid that fall to the ground from the atmosphere in wet or dry forms. Now this acid rain can include rain, snow, fog, hail or even dust that is acidic. The next point is types of acid rain. Now the acid rain is of two types. First is wet deposition. Wet deposition refers to the acidic fog, rain and snow. As the acidic rain flows over and through the ground, it affects a variety of plants and animals living on the planet. Next is the dry deposition. Dry deposition refers to the acidic gases and particles present in the environment. About a half of acidity in the environment falls back to the earth through the acid rain. Next, through the moving picture you can see that this is the process of formation of acid rain. Now, according to the Royal Society of Chemistry, which considered Robert Angus Smith father of acid rain, who invented the acid word in 1852. Smith decided this word while studying the rainwater chemistry near the industrial town in England and Scotland. Now in this moving picture we can see that the harmful gases from industry, traffic and electricity, that is the carbon dioxide, the nitric oxide and the sulfur dioxide, get mixed into the atmosphere and it gets reacted with the water. That is CO2 becomes carbonic acid, nitrogen dioxide becomes nitric acid and sulfur dioxide becomes sulfuric acid, which get converted and forms acidic rain which falls back to the earth. We can again see clearly that carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide get mixed into the water, reacts and then form the carbonic acid, nitric acid and the sulfuric acid, which forms the acid rain and falls back to the earth. Now these are the main particles such as the sulfur and nitrogen which get mixed into the water, and they are found in two ways, that is the man-made or naturally. Man-made is something that is the industrial emission of harmful gases get evolved into the atmosphere, and naturally is something that lightning strikes into the atmosphere and it releases the nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide from the volcanic eruptions. Now the chemical reaction of the regular rain is something that is H2O in liquid state is reacted with the carbon dioxide in the gaseous state and it forms the carbonic acid, that is H2CO3 in the aqueous state. Whereas the reaction of acidic rain, that is sulfur dioxide in the gaseous state, reacts with the oxygen in the gaseous state and liquid, that is water, and it creates H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid in the aqueous state. Next is the nitric acid in the gaseous state reacts with the oxygen and also it reacts with the water to form the nitric acid in the aqueous state. Now the regular pH value of the rainwater is around 5.7, which makes the rain more acidic. Now the examples which help in the acidic rain formation is the burning of the fossil fuels and the unethical waste emission disposal techniques. Next point is the effects of the acid rain. Now the very first effect of the acid rain is on the fish and wildlife. Now as the acid rain falls to the soil, acidic rainwater can leach the aluminium from the soil, clay particles and then flow into the streams and lakes. Now more the aluminium leaches, the more ecosystem is harmed. Next is the effects of acid rain on plants and trees, that is dead or dying trees are common sight in affected areas of the acid rain. Acid rain leaches the aluminium from the soil, which extracts or removes the minerals and the nutrients from all the soil that trees need to grow. It also affects human health. like heart attacks result in increased heart diseases affecting the lungs, especially for the old people which cannot breathe properly. Next point is the affected areas due to the acid rain. The Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world, is largely affected by the acid rain. Now here you can see that actual reaction of the acid rain taken place on the monument. CaCO3 plus H2SO4 got reacted and it formed CaSO4 with H2O and carbon dioxide. It was the formation of the calcium sulfate which resulted in the corrosion of this beautiful monument. Next affected area was something that is Statue of Liberty, which was made of a copper, and it also has damaged by the acid rain. The places which are significantly affected by the acid rain around the globe include Eastern Europe from Poland northward into Scandinavia, the eastern third of the United States, and the southeastern Canada. Next are the preventive measures which we can protect our earth from getting affected due to the acid rain. The very first measure is reduce the amount of sulfur dioxide and the oxides of nitrogen released into the atmosphere. Now how we can reduce the amount of sulfur dioxide? We can use the less energy, hence the less fuels are burnt, use the cleaner fuels, remove the oxides of sulfur and the oxides of nitrogen before releasing. Next is the use of the cleaner fuels, the coal that contains the less sulfur, washing the coal to reduce the sulfur content. Washing in the sense we have to remove the sulfur oxides and the nitrogen oxides from the coal. And the use of the natural gas is the best way. Third point is fuel gas desulfurization, which is also called as FGD. It removes the sulfur dioxide from the fuel gas, that is with the waste gases. It consists of a wet scrubber and a reaction tower equipped with a fan that extracts the smoky gases. Lime or the limestone, which is also called as a calcium carbonate, in the slurry form is injected into the tower. It produces the pH neutral calcium sulfate that is physically removed from the scrubber. Now these sulfates can be used for the industrial purposes. Next is we can use the other sources of the electricity, that is we can use the nuclear power, hydroelectricity, wind energy, geothermal energy and the solar energy, which can produce the issue of the cost, but it helps in reducing the acidic rain effects. Next point is reducing the effects of acid rain by liming. Now the powdered limestone or powdered lime water added to the water and soil can minimize the neutralized acid, which can neutralize the acid. Now these are extensively used in Norway and Sweden areas. It is expensive, but it is a short-term remedy. And that's all. This was my point of talking. Thank you.